If you had a wrestling match with Cain Velasquez, how well do you think you'd do?
Straight up wrestling?
Yeah.
I think people would be surprised.
Really? You think so? I think you'd be surprised.
Mm.
I really do. I think he'd fuck you up. And I say that as a friend and a guy who loves you. I think he's just on another level. You know, it's just different. It's a different kind of aspect.
When people are ripping on Rogan's special, I haven't watched it, but I know for a fact this is what's going on in Brendan's head. He's like, ha, 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 ha. See?
Damn.
Because he has a rivalry with Joe. You guys may or might know this, but like Brendan behind the scenes, like because Joe has been critical of him in private about his stand-up, you know, and again, I sincerely believe that Joe's one of the few people out there, like he may be like, as reported by a lot of people, he can verge on kind of being a dick, you know, and it's like, I've known many people like them where it's like, he's kind of a leader and an alpha, like say what you will, but it's like, he has this energy of like, he's aggressive, you know what I mean? And he'll kind of like, you know, Andy Dick talks about how they'd be on the set of fucking news radio and he's like, shut the fuck up, you like, and it's like, well, yeah, you're coming to set high and you're fucking missing your lines. Like he snapped on you, right?
Yeah. Right.
Joe has had conversations with Brendan where he's like, dude, you need to fucking, like, this special is a disaster, you know, whatever. Like, he was critical of Gringo Poppy.
Interesting.
And Brendan held on to that, you know? Like, Brendan, like, acts like, oh, whatever, I don't give a shit. But there are people, he can ignore all the comments, but there's certain people in his life that he obviously can't ignore. And he kind of, like, because he's trying to push back against it, too. And he's like, because I think at first he's like, oh, yeah, like, he might have pretended to watch it. You know, he's like, you know, he sent it to, and why do you send a special to people that's already done? You know, and it's like for feedback, it's like, did you like it? Like, you're not going like, come watch my hour and give me notes. You're like, here's what I'm about to put out. It's like, cool, start over.
Don't
you know?
put it out.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, that's the only advice you can give is like, you know, start
Change
over,
the title.
lose 30 pounds, do better jokes, shave your beard.
Stop doing stand-up.
Don't have a paper mache cut out in the back.
He's like
make it an hour.
It's like Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, right? Joe Rogan is Brett Favre and Schaub is Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I mean, I think you know that's an insult to Aaron Rodgers, but you know, So all I'm saying is, there's legitimately, from what I know about Joe, he does like helping people, and I think he comes at Brendan in a potentially very harsh way to his ears because Brendan is sensitive to criticism. Yeah. But he's trying to be like, I'm the only fucking because he's surrounding himself with yes men, or you won't listen to other people criticizing you. Or you're like, you got a fucking problem on your hands. Yeah. Like when Girl Bobby dropped, and all Brendan could fixate on was like, well, you said you liked it before it dropped, and I'm like, the motherfucker didn't watch it, dude. He's doing 6 3-hour podcasts a day. Yeah. You know, he didn't have time. And then he sees it.
But it's 25 minutes, Joe.
No, I know.
He couldn't even do 25 minutes.
But why would you? You know what I mean? It's like, why would you? Like you watch a minute of it, you're like, yeah, he still sucks at comedy. You know? I honestly think he regressed from his first special. Yeah. Like I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
And not just the production value, but like, I'll finish with this. He legitimately had a grudge where he's like, he would kind of try to downplay Rogan's comedy, like, yo, people saw your show and said it was like a TED Talk, and like that like helps his ego a lot to think that other people don't like Rogan's stand up.
Oh
so like by doing this, like Brendan would actually watch that video and be like, "Ha, told you!" Like,
wow.
You're trying to criticize me, but you're the one that people don't even like.
Oh my gosh!
So he's never going to say that in public.
Yeah,
but just know. For a fact, because I heard so many times, like after Rogan dressed him down for, you know, the Gringo Poppy in private, like, I mean, it was like a parent lecturing somebody.
Yeah.
And it was corroborated by someone else who was in the room, you know, that I can't say who it was. At first he lied to me about it. He was like, it was Joanna. It was not Joanna. But he held on to it for months.
Yeah.
You know, and would like say snarky things to Joe. Like passive aggressively, you know. Awesome. He's like he put out remember the Green Room Diaries? He was like where he was like, I write a bit an hour before I go on stage. No, you don't. You work on it all week. I don't know why you feel the need to lie about it. But he's doing these like city specific, like, oh Charlotte, you guys should have a Muggsy Bogues fucking thing, whatever. He put that out and like Rogan said something positive about it, and he couldn't help but be like, oh, should I have asked your permission before that? Like he actually texted.
Oh
that.
my
it's
god,
like, bro, like let it go, man.
Damn.
This is Joe Rogan.
Yeah, it's Joe Rogan, dude.